Another little bottle of Johnnie Walker blended Scotch sitting in the doctor's office. In the last 4 weeks, I've tried the red label, the black label, the double black, the gold label reserve, and now today we are on to the 18-year-old, which is just a step above the 15-year-old actually. The real question is, does it taste better than other whiskeys in the same price range or cheaper? And really, does it taste like an 18-year-old whiskey should? Hang tight, because we're about to find out. Welcome back to the doctor's office, but if this is your first time viewing, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you like what you see. So the 18-year-old is about a $90 bottle or $90 fifth out the door in the US, or at least in Michigan. This apparently used to be known as the platinum label. A few years ago they discontinued and just started calling it the 18-year-old. And even on the bottle it states, let me read this, up to 18 unique Scotch whiskeys blended to produce a whiskey that has a rich, sweet, and smoky character. So unique Scotch whiskeys. Okay. Like all the other Johnnie Walkers, this is 40% alcohol by volume. Looks to be maybe just a little bit of color added. For 18 years old, there really can't be a whole lot of color added to this. See if I can hold that up here for you. Show it to you in the glass. I'm going to call that kind of a shiny gold color. Yeah, and apparently this is going to be heavier filtered, likely at chill filtration. You're not going to get any Scotch mist in your glass with this either. So I want to get into the nose here neat. This is the first time I've tried the 18-year-old. Quite fruity, pretty delicate, like a good delicate, like a perfumey, like a lady walking into a orchestral hall. I've never been in one of those, but this is what I think I'd smell if a group of ladies came walking by. It's really pretty so far. I'm really liking this. Yeah, really floral. A little bit of raisiny sweetness, just a touch of raisiny sweetness. Which I like, that mixture of floral and raisin sweet. Huh. Yeah, and this has been sitting for at least roughly about 20 minutes now, as far as from when I poured the glass, took the initial video of that. Huh. I'm really liking this. Yeah, so this is neat without any water so far. I'm getting a little bit of a gasoline scent to it. Not much, just this little bit alcohol-y vapor. But it's not so overpowering that it's making me frustrated with it or that I don't like it. It's just back there. And honestly, I actually like the smell of gas. Not that that's a good thing, but it doesn't bother me when I'm pumping gas. I kind of like it, especially if it's into a can. I don't smell it often, but when I do, I like it. I'm going to go ahead and get the old taste here neat with no water. Wow. Instantly I get some sort of like this pineapple, this tropical fruit flavor. No water added to this. It's really quite sweet. A little bit of honey, a little bit of vanilla. Almost this apricot. I think what they call it, canned pears. Pears in a cup. I mean, I always like those. I know they're not the healthiest version of a pear, but those are pretty good. Don't know if I want to spend $90 for that scent though. It's slight, almost as if I'm getting some sort of, if it's not a European oak cask, there's a spicy note that I'm getting to it, almost as if it's a European oak note in the back. Huh. I'm going to add a little bit of water to this, see how it acts. I'm going to be real careful with this, especially being that this is an older whiskey. You got to be real careful adding too much water, and once you've added the water, you're not getting it back. You are not. Even if you added a little bit of whiskey to it, it's not going to be the same. Oh boy. 3, 4 drops. We are literally going to do just 4 drops of water to start. There's not a whole lot in this. I can always add more. Oak here on the nose instantly. Let me swirl this around and let it sit. Like this gentle oak sitting there. I'm not really noticing much grain whiskey in this, like a lot of the other Johnnie Walkers that I'm tasting. Huh. I am glad I didn't add any more than 4 drops, because just doing that really tamed this down. In the last couple of whiskeys that I've tried here, the Gold Reserve and the 18-year-old, these are obviously going to be a little bit older whiskeys than the Double Black, the Black Label, and the Red Label. They don't need much water, or any water at all, if you're just sitting here drinking these. I don't want to just go straight to the word leather because this is an older whiskey, but there is this old feel to it. Is this acting to me like an 18-year-old? Not a ton going on with the finish. I mean, it's still hanging on, but it's almost this kind of bitter bite to it. It's not bad. It's not unpleasant. It's like this marshmallow scent. Yeah, marshmallow. I mean, to be honest, I'm enjoying this. I really am enjoying this. I've got a lot of bottles up in my cabinet. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's not really hitting the mark here for me yet. But this is my first time drinking it. I just opened this bottle. It has sat for roughly 20 minutes. Maybe it could sit a little bit longer and it might be a little bit better. I'm getting some charred notes towards the end. There's just a little bit of a smokiness to it. A very subtle smokiness. Is this what I expected the Johnnie Walker 18-year-old to taste like? I thought it was going to taste a little better. I figured with the words 18 on it, I figured we were going to get more. I'm going to give this an 84 out of 100. I know this is supposed to be, it's an 18-year-old whiskey. I can't give this more than an 84 out of 100 with what I'm tasting right now in my glass. The nose is pretty decent. Again, it's this kind of floral, woody sweetness, but the flavor just doesn't really jump out at me. It's kind of bland. It's kind of mild. I might even give it an 83. It's hard to say, but being the price is almost double what these, it's double what the Double Black and the Black Label cost. I'd drink the Double Black before this any day. I really would. If I had to pay these prices. And I don't really want to drink the Double Black that bad. What is that saying? I guess it's a little hard for me to give the same rating. I think I gave the Double Black an 84. is it fair that I give this the same rating when I think this really... Wow. Yeah, that's why I gave it an 83, didn't I? Yep, 83 out of 100. This price tag to flavor is not matching up. Sorry, Diageo. And I think, too, what's really made me sour, and I'm super excited to do the review. I actually wanted to review it and do the recording of it before this, but I've got to hold it. I might do it right after this. But I've recently tried a bottle that's under $20 that has just completely blown my socks off for what my expectations were for a $20 bottle. And $18 out the door in Michigan. So I would drink that $18 bottle before this almost any day. So get ready to see that video as well. Make sure that you don't miss out. Again, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do so. But also, the next review is actually going to be the Johnnie Walker Blue Label Blended Scotch, which is their rarest whiskeys, is what they're saying. And this is actually, if you were to buy a fifth of this in Michigan, you'd be looking at over $250 out the door. Yes, I said $250 out the door for their Blue Label. So I'm actually only excited to try this because I've never tried it before. Looks like they got a bottle code on this. Pretty special. I'm going to have to look that up. I'll let you guys know. 40% alcohol by volume. You guys. Also, guys, don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, or girls, share it with a friend on social media, or friends. Did I have fun with this whiskey? I had fun recording. That was fun. I'm going to have another glass of whiskey because this one is rather disappointing. 82 out of 100. This thing's getting marked down at 82 out of 100. If you watched the whole video, you're going to learn that this thing is an 82. Woo-wee! Not that great. Huh. 18 years?